We are learning from the Rebbe letters about health and Bitachon in Hashem. That thinking positively and maintaining a positive mental attitude while being sick to get better. Okay, so so today is a special day. It's Yud Shevat. It's the Rebbe's Kabbalat HaNesiut, is when the Rebbe became Lubavitcher Rebbe. And
Tanya was this week Monday.
Balatanya, what, your site?
Monday, last Monday.
Chavdala Tevis was 3 weeks ago. Okay, so let's read.
Bitachon was my best.
Okay. Permission was granted the healer to heal, not to predict lengthy healing process. So the Rebbe writes like this: May you very speedily convey glad tidings with regard to your personal matters, meaning your health, since you have already provided a natural vessel for your healing to come about by visiting a doctor. So going to the doctor is the derech hateva, is the natural way Hashem wants us to get healing. Now, regarding the fact that the doctor told you that healing process would have to take a long time, this is surely not so. So the Rebbe is saying the doctor told you it will take you a few weeks or few months to get better. The Rebbe said it's not so. No, known as well is the preciseness in the expression of our sages of blessed memory. Permission was granted the healer to heal, but not heaven forbid to predict that the healing process will be of long duration. Now it relates to me because I'm a doctor, so I have to see what the Rebbe tells the patients, because sometimes I say the wrong thing. Like I just told somebody, this will be a very long process of healing. I'm going to go now and tell him I was wrong. The Rebbe says, you shouldn't say it because permission was granted to heal. Yeah. I can only say that he's going to get better. I cannot say how long it will take. Hashem will decide how long it will take.
That's it.
Okay, a second letter. Panic here, running to doctors. It pained me to hear about your frantic running to doctors the whole day long. Moreover, doing it over something that is entirely groundless. My puzzlement extends as well to your husband, the Rav Sheikhir. On what ground and for what reason is the trait of zrizus, alacrity, being utilized not in the correct place? Zrizus should be for mitzvahs, not for going to doctors. So he says, while alacrity and immediacy are generally good traits, when employed because of panic, they are surely improper. Panic shouldn't cause you to do that. Aside from this, speediness and immediacy are not always the proper course of action. You should be filled with faith and trust in Hashem, who creates, sustains, and animates the entire world, and particularly each and every individual Jew, the peoples close to him, to Hashem, that God will provide you with good health, and that together with your husband, the Rav Sheikhir, you will raise your son Sheikhir to Torah, to the wedding canopy, and to good deeds. And the Rebbe continues, indeed, it is necessary to make a natural vessels for all matters, meaning to consult a doctor and follow his instructions. However, totally engrossing yourself in this matter, as well as intensely deliberating and debating about the exact reasons for the doctor's opinion and immersing yourself in medicine and medical matters is not at all your area. It belongs exclusively to those who are medical professionals, so that they may faithfully perform the duties in keeping with the command, and he shall heal. With regard to other matters, however, hold a second, please. 1 second. הלו? כן, זה דחוף, אני מתאר. כמה קווים פה? כן. אוקיי. כן. לא חושב. אוקיי. אז בואי נדבר עוד שנסיים פה. אוקיי. סמירה, אז בואי לפה. אוקיי, אז גם אני לא יכול עכשיו. 11:45. ביי. אוקיי. Okay, so everything, all the thoughts process, all your investment and putting your mind into it, it's not your job. It's not the job of the patient. It's the job of the doctors. It belongs exclusively to those who are medical professionals so that they may faithfully perform their duties in keeping with the command, and he shall heal. Okay? With regards to other matters, however, once you have gone to the doctors and followed his instructions, following which all other medical concerns are not within your province. Meaning, when you go to the doctor and you take the medications, don't start to think, is it going to work? Is it not going to work? Should I go to a different doctor? I should have another opinion. All these things are not in your Dalad Amos. It's not in your control. Why? Because if you believe in Hashem, Hashem sent you to a doctor. The doctor is giving you the healing. Now the healing has to come through the medication, through the bracha of the doctor. Don't go and look for other opinion, other doctors, and more things. You are to use the intellect and understanding that Hashem granted you, either for the purpose of Torah and mitzvahs, or for permissible matters that can eventually be transformed into mitzvah matters. For example, I think parnasa, for business. For business, you're allowed to think and have your mind. I mean, obviously not to put your mind into it, right? There is a joke. Once a person who was made boots came to the Rebbe to ask a bracha for the boots, and he's asking him so many questions about the process and the brachos and this. So the Rebbe answered to him, I've seen people who put their feet in boots. I haven't seen somebody putting his head in the boots. So it has to be for Torah mitzvot. However, worrying and being gloomy about your health situation does nothing but weaken your physical and spiritual health and unsettle and disturb you, thereby keeping you from fulfilling the mission and objective of your lives. And the last letter we're going to read, the title is Nullify All Thoughts About You Being Unhealthy. In light of your request that I respond to your letter, I am doing so although I don't know what I can possibly add to that which I specifically told you when you visited me, and which I now repeat again. You are healthy, and your pessimistic thoughts about the state of your health are entirely without foundation. Don't be a marashchoira.
Yeah.
This is particularly so since you visited the doctor and he also told you that you are well. So you see that your visit to him was of no value. If you would have been better to give the money you spent on seeing the doctor for tzedakah. May Hashem help you to nullify all these negative thoughts, at least from here on, and may you strengthen yourself in your joyful study of Torah and performance of mitzvahs.
And people who are really sick don't send letters to the Rebbe. They're sick. They're too sick to send a letter. If you have the time to send a letter, propose a whole idea, but how sick are you? You're not really sick yet. You're thinking.
I hear you. Very good. Okay. So today's it's going to be a short class because I have a lot of people who need my help, but we read 3 letters, and the point is for the doctors to think positive and to say positive things and not to say determination of how long it will take for you to get better. You can get better as far as Hashem wants to. The doctor has just to give the medications to help you. And then the second thing is that don't think negatively and don't use your energy to run to doctors to look for advice. You got one advice, trust Hashem. This is what's going to bring your healing. And today is Yud Shevat. It's a day to connect to the Rebbe. And the story I will say, the story of the Alter Rebbe, that one on Yom Kippur, after Kol Nidrei, he took off his talis and he went to help a woman who gave birth, and he went to prepare her food. He cut wood. Hasidim used to be embarrassed by the story because, you don't want to say that the tzaddik on Yom Kippur had to go and feed a pregnant a woman who was delivered. But the Lubavitcher Rebbe said this story publicly and said, since I heard it from my shver, the previous Lubavitcher Rebbe, it means it needs to be publicized. And the story comes to tell us that the tzaddik has Avas Israel, even to a simple person, even to a sick person, even to somebody whose husband should not have run to shul for Kol Nidrei. Husband should have stayed home and prepared her the food. But the husband didn't do his job. So the Rebbe had to do it. But that to show on the Avas, the Rebbe is connected to every person, frum and not frum. The Rebbe is connected. He loves us. He has amazing Avas Israel, and we have to talk about his Avas Israel. We should give extra tzedakah and do more acts of goodness and kindness. Thank you, everybody.
Amen. תודה.